into the fourth dimension.
Hello and welcome to another edition of Triumph Over Lockdown, where we're going through learning skills, talking about our experiences through the lockdown and how we can manage those difficulties, those distresses, the times when we feel a little bit overwhelmed. And we're learning about experiences, we're learning about skills and how to manage everything. So have a look around you. Have a look, see what's in your environment at the moment. And if you look around at anything that has been made by human beings, then we need to realize that they were actually created twice. First of all, they were created in somebody's mind. They actually thought about them. They had a vision in their mind. They designed them first, maybe on paper, and then it was sent to wherever these things are made that you can see, and they were then recreated a second time in a materialistic fashion. So first of all, there's a kind of a spiritual side of it when someone's using their imagination and their thoughts and processes and kind of designs it. And then there's a more materialistic way that it's made, and so it's kind of created twice, it's made twice, right? So we're told by a lot of motivational speakers and all sorts of wise people that we need to start with the end in mind, that we need to visualize our life if we want to make a success of it. We have to know our why, and so on and so forth. And that is all very good information and guidance. But if we just have the one half of it, we just know the why, we just have our ideas, we just have our thoughts and our ambitions, and we have our plans, and everything is in place, it's great, but it's not enough. What is it that we need in addition? So before I tell you that, if you're watching, please share this out. Share it out to the groups that you belong to. Share it out to your friends. Tag them in the comments. Please also mention who you are, where you're watching from, what your opinions are on today's show. So we're basically talking about planning the work the plan. What's the work? The work is our life. That's our work. It's not just about business. It's about the work of planning out our life, knowing our whys, designing our life, having a vision for the future. But it's not enough. We also need to have actions. We need to commit ourselves, not just in spirit, but in action, and go out and do what we need to do in order to make it happen. Now, it doesn't just happen overnight. It's a very scary process. Sometimes we might have a whole idea and we know what we want to do and we can always see it, but then when the time comes for actually to go out and materialize it, this is when it can be extremely difficult. And why is it difficult? Because we start getting thoughts of doubt coming in, thoughts of, who do you think you are? Why do you think you can do this? There's much better people out there that can do it much better than you. Why do you think you are qualified to do this? Why do you think you can do it? And so on and so forth. And when all that kind of happens, we're going to start getting emotions, frustration. Oh, I wish I could do this. No, I can't do this. Should I do this? Shouldn't I do this? Could I have done this? Maybe I should have done it better. Maybe I should have done, oh my goodness. The whole procrastination thing kind of starts settling in. And we get a whole bunch of feelings coming up of frustration, sometimes even anger, sometimes disappointment in ourselves. We start blaming ourselves, we start feeling guilt, we start feeling shame. Oh my goodness, how could I have thought of beat myself like that? And we start to beat ourselves up, right? That's One option. So we might have a whole plan there. We might have all the ideas in the world. But if we can't actually go out and materialize it, then we're no better off. In fact, we might even be worse off because we'll be all frustrated and sad and angry and so on. So we need to learn how to manage all these thoughts, these feelings, and it kind of materializes and expresses itself in our bodies as well. We might start getting pains in our tummy. We might start feeling the tension in our muscles. We might start getting headaches, might not be able to sleep at night, and so on and so forth. And that can go on and on and on in our lives. And it doesn't have to be, big projects that we want. It might not be about opening businesses or about getting university degrees. It might just be about, how do I actually unfold the things that I want to do in my life, right? It might be about making commitments to start a family. It might be making commitments to learn something. It might be commitments of just getting through the day, right? It doesn't have to be massive, world-breaking news things, right? It's just about how we get through our lives. And so we need to do what's called plan the work, work the plan. In other words, first of all, plan out. Settle down, think about what is important to me as a person. What is important to me as a human being? What would I like to do? How would I like to live my life? What qualities do I want in my life? And we all have the opportunity and the freedom to imagine, vision, and think about these things. At this point, nothing in the world can stop us. We don't even, if we woke up tomorrow morning and the whole world was the way that we would like it, that's how we start. We start with no obstacles. How would it be if the world was mine? And then we start to think, what would that, it's not just about, I'm going to buy this car, this house, and so on. It's how do I want to live my life? What qualities do I want to live a life of adventure, curiosity, caring? Do I want to be compassionate? Let's first of all see what the qualities of living in this world is for me, right? Do I want to do things that I've never done before? Do I want to experience new experiences? Okay? So first of all, we have to settle down and see, do I want to be a patient person? Do I want to be a persistent person? Is fairness something that's really important to me? Right? These things will guide us in our actual actions later on. But if we don't know what qualities we want, then we're not going to know the actual actions that are going to be suitable for me to fulfill these spiritual qualities in my life. Is health important to me? Is being fit important to me? Is being social important to me? What are the qualities that I want? And then we look about working the plan, about putting those visions into action, about actually making the steps that we need to do in order to materialize these qualities that we've verbalized, that we've written down, that we've planned that we want to do. All right, so we're going to be discussing a little bit more about that in part 2. But before we do, we're going to get into what we normally do, which is our meditational and breathing section in part 1. So let's do that now. Okay, so let's start off with our breathing. And if you've been following this, you'll know what to do. So breathing in with your nose. Hold it. And breathing out slowly. Letting go as you do. Breathing in, using your tummy. Hold it. And breathing out slowly. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth, using your tummy as you breathe in, push out. Deep breath into your lungs, hold it, and out. Very good. Final time, breathing in. Hold it, and breathing out. Wonderful. Please share this out as you can right now. Share it out to as many groups as you possibly can right now. Please do this right now. And, like the page if you can, or subscribe. Okay, so now I'm going to ask you in a minute to put your 2 feet on the ground. Close your eyes or look at a point on the ground where you can just soften that gaze. I'm going to slow right down. So sitting comfortably, sit in the posture that you would sit if the world was yours. Okay, the world belongs to you. It's exactly the way you've designed it. It's exactly the way you want it. Everything's working out for you. It might not be where you are right now. You might not be feeling in that kind of state. You might be sad. You might be going through difficulty right now. But I'd like you for just a few minutes to imagine that the world was exactly as you would like it. Everything was perfect the way you would want it. How would you sit? What posture would you sit in? So sit in that posture now, as if the world is yours. Closing your eyes now, or looking at a point on the floor. Just bringing your attention now to your breathing. Just notice the rise and fall of your body as you breathe normally. Not any special breathing. Feet planted firmly on the floor. Just let your body breathe naturally. The rhythm of life. Bringing your attention to the air as it goes through your nose. Just notice maybe there's a change of temperature as the air enters your nose. Just letting go. Sitting in your chair, just feel the points. Notice the points as your body touches the chair or touches the floor with your feet. Just notice those points of contact. Not doing anything about them. Just noticing and letting go. Wonderful. Breathe. Inhaling and exhaling. This is the time that you're dedicating to yourself. This is that very important time of self-care. Breathe. As you sit there quietly, you might notice all sorts of thoughts coming in. That thought machine of ours is constantly throwing us information. It's a wonderful, wonderful organ, our brain, but it's non-stop. Just notice those thoughts. Whatever they're saying, just notice them. Don't need to buy into them right at this moment. I'd like you to Switch your attention to your body. Just notice if there's changes in temperature at different parts of your body. Bring your attention to the colder parts of your body. Now switch your attention to maybe parts that are a little bit warmer. Just notice if there's any other sensations in your skin or inside your body. Don't judge them. They're neither good nor bad. They just are. Allow yourself to do this. Be willing to experience who you are at this very moment. What sensations you're experiencing. What thoughts are coming in your head. Your emotional state, just let it all be. Let's not fight it or struggle with it. Even if you have an urge to move, an urge to stop this, just let that urge pass through you. Allow yourself this space and time to connect with who you are and what's happening to you right now. And just using your imagination now, imagine that you wake up and the world is exactly as you would want it. The people in the world are exactly as you would like them to be. Everything is according to your own design. No obstacles, spiritually or materialistically. How would you like to behave? What qualities do you want to live by as a human being in this world? As a family member? As a parent? Sibling? As a child? How do you want to relate to the world? As a neighbor? As a member of society? As an employee or employer? What's important to you about how you will materialize these responsibilities in your life? Maybe loyalty is important to you, or caring, adventurous. Maybe you want to live your life with curiosity. Whatever it is for you, imagine that you're living that way right now. What it would be like. How would it feel in your body if you were living with the qualities that you would love to live your life with? Living a life that matters. A life of meaning and purpose to you, of fulfillment. Imagine what that would feel like in your body right now. Imagine what it would be like to sit there as a fulfilled person. Living our life according to our values does not mean that it will be void of pain or hardship. But it does mean that that pain and hardship will be worthwhile in order to live our life according to the way that we would like it to be. Living in this world of value takes investment of ourselves, of our time, of our resources, of our strength, whatever that means for you. First, we plan the work. We imagine, vision, what we would like, the way we want to live, what matters to us. The spiritual side of creation, we write this down, we plan it. We set out for ourselves different milestones and goals that will take us in that direction. Knowing that the accomplishment of goals is not the aim, but the direction of living with the qualities that we want. And then we work the plan. We take baby steps, one after the other. Sometimes it's really scary. Our whole body is shaking. It seems illogical. Sometimes really easy moves can be so difficult to do. We build up courage and take that first baby step in the direction of living a life of meaning and purpose. Each day, a new challenge. Each day, a new opportunity to plan the work of our lives. And work the plan of our lives. And now I'd like you to bring your attention back to your breathing. The rise and fall of your body. And become aware of the contact of your body with the seat that you're sitting on. Breathing in and out. Inhale and exhale. The rhythm of life. And in your own time, you can open your eyes and come back to the room. Just look around you. Take in what you see with your senses. Listen carefully with your ears. What noise do you hear? What sounds? Bring your attention to your body sensation. Maybe you've got a tingling. What do you feel touching your skin? What taste do you have in your mouth? What aromas and smells do you feel around you? Just give your body a shake. Shake that out. Have a move around. Wonderful. So in part 2, we're going to be discussing this, seeing exactly how we can go about planning and how we can go about committing to actual action. In the meantime, I'm going to make myself some ketones. I'll see you back here in part 2. If you have any idea what ketones are, have a look at this.
What's the best way to optimize your benefits when consuming exogenous ketones? So the first thing, obviously, as a practitioner, as a doctor, I want all of my patients to make those necessary lifestyle changes. When you make the lifestyle changes, that will of course optimize the benefits that you're experiencing with those exogenous ketones. So changing your diet, even if not a ketogenic diet, then moving towards a lower carbohydrate diet. I find that intermittent fasting is a really great way to enhance the benefits of the exogenous ketones. We have so much research when it comes to fasting, and we now know that some of those benefits of fasting are possibly due to the production or the creation of ketone bodies while we're fasting. So in order to optimize or enhance the benefits, I pair it with the fasting. So we're really increasing the body's level or your blood level of ketone bodies. So I find that that's a really great way to enhance the benefits. I also often encourage taking supplements. We know that exogenous ketones or the ketogenic diet can act as a bit of a diuretic, so we lose some of those minerals. So I always want to replenish those minerals that we might lose, especially magnesium. Most people are magnesium deficient, so to avoid any things like headaches or constipation, changes in digestion, we really want to make sure we get that magnesium back in, we get those electrolytes back, those B vitamins, and I find that all of those things together are really helpful in supporting that transition into a keto lifestyle, or if you're using exogenous ketones.
Okay, hi everybody. Got my ketones. I drink them twice a day. It makes a big difference to my sleep, my energy, and many other things that I get advantages from. If anybody wants to know, then you're welcome to get in touch with me. So we've had some great comments coming in. I just want to respect them. So Tanya is coming in, says, thank you for helping me. Well, first of all, thank you for having the courage and the bravery for coming along and joining in. It's really important. She comes up with, yeah, she's feeling worried and scared. And Tanya, this is absolutely normal. This is something we should not be afraid of, although it can be quite frightening and scary. But the more we get used to our thoughts, our emotions, and our body sensations that, you know, society has been teaching us for a long time now that we should be worried and scared and just be happy all the time. This is not the case. We can really, really learn how to manage this. That's what this program is all about. It's all about learning the skills of what to do and how to manage being worried and scared. That's really the bottom line. So really thank you, Tanya, for coming in with that. Share this. Please share this out as much as you can, because there is information and skills in this program that you will not get anywhere else. Sarah Jane Burns is asking if it can be rewatched. Yeah, you'll see it on the YouTube channel. Please subscribe. Also on the Facebook pages. Tell me where you're coming in from, maybe on LinkedIn. You'll definitely be able to rewatch it. Tanya's come back and said that she's feeling humbleness, loved, and happiness, not scared anymore. Well, that's wonderful. It's not about also being not scared anymore. Oh, that's great. That's a bonus, and it's fantastic if you're not scared anymore. But understand that sometimes our mind and body is just going to give us that scary feeling now and then. It's not something to run away from or to try to numb out. It's about understanding that our body is a wonderful, wonderful machine, basically, and so is our mind. It's helping us all the time. And sometimes we just feel really uncomfortable about the messages that it's telling us. So by doing these breathing skills, by doing these meditations every day, by following the skills that you're learning here, you will be able to manage it. And, you know, the quality of life will change for you. Believe me, I'll guarantee that. This is all scientifically based stuff. I'm not giving you any woo-woo stuff here. This is stuff that is proven time and time again that really works. It's not about feeling better. It's about being better at feeling the sadness, being better at feeling the anger, being better at feeling the joy, being better at feeling the happiness, being better at feeling the frustration. Once we get better at feeling all these different things, the quality of our life goes up, because they don't bully us around as they usually do. Peter's coming in saying, hey, Dov. So, hey, you, Peter, I'm really pleased that you've come on, and it's really great that you're being part of this. You're also asking, what are ketones? Well, hopefully you learned that at the break time. Ketones are really, really important. I drink them twice a day. And it's a nutritional supplement that really helps me with brain fog, concentration. It's really good nurturing for the brain. It's also very good nurturing for sleep, for extra energy, for helping the mitochondria in our cells. So it really, a little bit of a appetite suppressant, which is not too bad these days. Cut me down on the carbs, and it's really, I find it very, very beneficial. Peter's saying, I've watched Dov before in Kath's lives. All right, wonderful, Peter. You're coming in from Kath. That's really great. Kath is the most wonderful, wonderful woman I know. She's an amazing therapist. You know, she came with me to London. I don't know if you heard that part of the story when we were dealing with the London terrorist attack. She is wonderful, and I really, really recommend her lives and shows. So fantastic. A big shout out for Kath. Tanya's coming back. I don't mean to put not, I meant not to be scared anymore is what I'd like. Absolutely. Being scared is not a very pleasant feeling, isn't it, Tanya? It's not nice to go through life being scared. But we need to understand that there is an amount of scariness in living. We've got to really appreciate this. There is no life without being a little bit scared here and there. There's risk taking. From the minute we are born into this world, there's a certain amount of risk taking. And we've got to learn how to make those risk assessments. We do all the time when we cross the road. We risk crossing the road, we make an assessment. Is it safe? Is it dangerous? Can I do it now? And there's a certain chance that we take as we go. We try to limit the risk as much as possible, but life is about risk. Life is about responsibility. Life is about understanding that we have horrible feelings sometimes. Life is about sometimes understanding that we have thoughts that come out that are really kind of disturbing, but we don't have to buy into them. They're just there. We can say, thank you, mind, for giving me these thoughts. I understand that that's quite a disturbing thought, but I am not going to buy into it. I'm not going to get hooked into it. I'm just going to let it go, and we'll learn skills in this program here on how to do that. So Peter's asking, can I get them from Holland & Barrett? No, you can get them from me. If you want to know more about this, just send me a message or a comment, and I'll get in touch with you and help you do that. So that's it, my friends, for today. Please share this out. Please subscribe to the YouTube. Put tags in the comments. Like the Facebook page or the LinkedIn if you're coming in from there. Any comment, even if it's just a dot. You know, it's all about algorithms these days. And my value, my quality of life that I want to do is to spread this world, to help people get through, especially at this time in the world that we're living in, to get through it as best as possible. I'm not making up any of this. This is stuff that I've been taught. I've been handed it down by my own mentors and my teachers, the experience I've had, and also from the point of view of my training. You know, I'm a qualified therapist and counselor. I've got my master's degree in my postgraduate diploma in psychiatry. The idea is for me to pass this on to as many people as possible. So I'm asking you, do your bit and pass it on to as many people as possible every day from Monday to Thursday at 1 p.m. same time. You can see the past shows. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Take care. Abby, don't worry. You've just caught the end. How you doing, Abby? But no problem. You can watch it again from the very beginning. And I'll see you tomorrow. We're going to have plenty shows. You've not missed a thing. Thank you. Just please share it out. By the way, if you like my work and you want to support me, there's a buy me a coffee button somewhere on this on this page. I've never done it before. Try it out. See what happens. In any case, it doesn't matter if you don't. Love to see you. See you tomorrow. Take care. Bye for now.
Into the fourth dimension.
Disclaimer, this show is not therapy, nor a replacement for therapy. Should you wish to inquire about therapy, counseling, life, or executive coaching, please contact Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman at factcpfa@gmail.com. factcpfa@gmail.com. Dov Benyaacov-Kurtzman is a highly experienced psychotherapist, executive business coach, and author of the book, Mind Over Terror. 3 weeks, 2 cities, 1 mission. With over 10,000 hours of experience and academic degrees in government, law, clinical social work, and a postgraduate diploma in psychiatry with distinction, Dov has the background to help you. He's also available for public speaking and corporate training.